grams. So peep this shit, right? I told you in my last little videos before, may not have been the last one, but it was a couple of them before that. You know what I'm saying? I got a cousin from LA. You know what I'm saying? My first relative from Long Beach and shit. You know what I'm saying? He 20 Crip. You feel me? But the nigga like, he wasn't really no. When he was younger, he was a real banger, you know what I'm saying? But he done did like 13 straight in the joint and shit, you know what I'm saying? So he moved out here and goddamn, he ain't never lived out here before. He was born and raised in Long Beach, you know what I'm saying? So he come out here once he get out of prison and shit, and goddamn, you know, like where I'm at, you know, we got a big family and shit, you feel me? So we goddamn, you know, we got a tight bond. Like anybody, even if we just not meeting you, you know what I'm saying? Like you gonna get to know him because you gonna get to know us because, you know, we got a big family. Like his daddy and my mama is brother and sister. So we first relatives and shit, you feel me? So he wasn't really pushing that Crip shit, you know what I'm saying, when he came down here because, you know, he know the vibes and shit. And like he wasn't on that, we was. So it was like he was past that shit and you know what I'm saying? He was really more a party animal, you know what I'm saying? Like he was on that drug and shit. And this shit was back before the shake and bake, the goddamn, the ice, you know, that they grow and shit. This before that shit even made it to Alabama. So he used to tell us stories about, you know, he used to call it speed, you know what I'm saying? So we wasn't even on that shit down here. It was just hard, soft, weed pills, you know what I'm saying? That's all the nigga was trapping at that time. So it was just like, he was talking about some shit that sounded like it was from a different world to us, you know what I'm saying? But anyways, though, so Blood come down here and goddamn, you know, son, so we get acquainted. He coming to mama house and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? And mama fuck with him because he on that prison shit. He'll sweep all the floors, wipe the walls down, iron your clothes if you need to. Like he got a hyperactive personality. Like he on that, you know what I'm saying? And he a little bit throw, you feel me? But he used to live in that city fast life and he done did a lot of time in the junk. You feel what I'm saying? So as he down here, you know what I'm saying, we link up and shit and we chilling together, you know what I'm talking about, like really on some day-to-day basis because he don't really know nobody. So he coming to the crib every day and shit. So one day the nigga tell me like, I'm finna go out of town, you know what I'm saying, for a couple weeks and do some work and shit, you know what I'm saying, to come back. Like it's slow down here. I can't really hustle like I want to or whatever. So nigga like, all good, you know what I'm saying, be safe out there, big fam, you feel me? So he leave, you know what I'm talking about, and life go on. We doing our regular shit, you know what I'm saying, keep on going and shit. Like, I want to say like I think I'm just not coming home from school or some shit like that. So I'm on probation. I was smoking weed at the time. This one, that synthetic weed just dropped. It still was legal in the gas station and all that shit. So that's what I'm smoking on or whatever. So he leave for like 2, 3, 4 weeks, some shit like that. And one day I'm outside in the driveway. I'm walking and talking on the phone and shit. Cuzzo pull up. Now, he ain't never had no car. He ain't never came down here with no car. He used to catch rides and get dropped off at the crib. That's why we'd be chilling all day. But Cuzzo pull up in the whip. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, no, fam, boy, you got you some wheels? Like, hell yeah, cuz. You know what I'm saying? Like, I told you about our little situation with the cuz shit. Like, he the only nigga that I let just call me cuz I ended up taking off on him when I first met him because he kept calling me cuz. But when I took off on him, you know what I'm saying, he really, like, can't help it, cuz. So, you know what I'm saying, from that point, I knew that, like, that's just how that nigga talk. Like, he literally say cuz after every third word, you know, and he might throw a cuz in there in the middle, like, you know what I'm saying, cuz just left the goddamn stove, cuz. Like, he on that, you know what I'm saying, but it ain't no disrespect, that's just how the nigga talk or whatever. So, cuzzo pull up in the goddamn whip, you know what I'm saying, it wasn't nothing fancy, just a little, you know what I'm saying, a little trap car, like a little old Impala or some shit, old one or some shit like that, you know what I'm saying. So he pull up on me, and I'm out there in the driveway. I'm like, no, cuzzo, you got you some wheels? I'm like, hell yeah, cuz, for sure. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, damn, you must have hit you a sweet little lick out that bitch. Who you working and shit? Hell yeah. So goddamn, so from that day forward, we mobbing. You know what I'm saying? Now I got a little job on the other side of town and shit. You know what I'm saying? Cuzzo will take me to work or whatever. take me to go catch my little plays or go pick up my little parlays and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like doing this shit. You know what I'm talking about? So as we get on down the road, you know, cuz I don't got no phone, so he hit me from somebody else's line like, cuz I'm finna come over there and holler at you. So he come pull up on me and he asked me to take him to a train station. So I'm like, fam, you got a car. What the fuck you catching a train for? He like, cuz I'm finna go goddamn way far. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to drive like that. You feel me? Like, I really don't be driving like that, like that. So that's what he tell me. So I'm like, well, bet. So the first thing in my mind, like, shit, I get to keep the car and shit. So, you know what I'm saying? So we goddamn, I take him all the way to Mississippi to the train station. You know what I'm saying? He say his train leave at 12 o'clock. So we leave up out this bitch like 8 or 9, you know what I'm saying? It's like an hour and a half drive or whatever. So take him down that bitch. So while we driving, I'm like, cuz shit, you might well let me get the car, you know what I'm saying? He like, shit, what you got? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, nigga, I ain't got no bread, nigga. I only got enough money for goddamn put some gas in this bitch on the way back. You know what I'm saying? So he like, shit, what else you got? You feel me? So like I told you, at this time I'm smoking Joe and shit. You know what I'm saying? The synthetic weed they was selling in the gas station because I was on probation or whatever. So Blood like, shit, let me get some smoke. I'm like, this all I got. You know what I'm saying? He like, bet it up. You know what I'm saying? For sure. That's his shit. You feel me? So I take me a little blizz out, give him the rest of the pack. So we pull up to the train station, you know what I'm saying? I give him the rest of the pack of the Joe. And he asked for my MP3 player I used to listen to while I was at work. So I'm like, hell yeah, sweet deal for a car. You know what I'm saying? So the only thing he tell me, like, nigga, I ain't got no insurance on that motherfucker. So be careful. So I'm like, yeah, I'll get insurance or whatever, but we ain't exchange no title, no none of that shit. He just, boom, give me the keys. We out of here. So we drop him off. You know what I'm saying? Told him when he get back, nigga, come get him. Just call me and let me know. So goddamn, boom. I drive all the way back home. You know what I'm saying? Like I told you, like an hour and a half or some shit like that. Make it back to the crib. So the next day, you know what I'm saying? This is my first time in the car with him, without him. You know what I'm saying? I'm in the car as the driver, not the passenger. So, nigga, I'm checking this motherfucker out. I'm looking through it, you know what I'm saying? Examining the motherfucker. I pop the trunk on the car and see some motherfucking old quilts and shit. Goddamn motherfucking antique whatnots. You know what I'm talking about? So I'm just digging through that like, what the fuck is this shit? What the hell cuz I got going? So I reach in there, you know what I'm saying? As I'm going through the car, I find a motherfucking ID of an old white lady. You know what I'm saying? So at that point, I knew. Even though I should have known before, but I'm young as fuck and not really giving a fuck. But that's when it really hit my brain like, boy, this nigga done goddamn pulled it. This nigga think this is motherfucking California. You know what I'm saying? This nigga done real deal went and goddamn took somebody's shit and brought this bitch back here. You know what I'm saying? Like real shit. But at that point, I got it. I done paid for it or whatever. So I'm riding this bitch. Now I don't gotta catch no ride to work in the morning. You know what I'm saying? I'm driving this motherfucker. So I'm going back and forth to work in this shit. And one of my other little partners or whatever, you know what I'm saying? He tell me he got a lick on the hotel to where we ain't gotta pay nothing. It's a weekly hotel, charge like $250 a week at the time. And he say, shit, we can get this bitch for like 100. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, bet. You know what I'm talking about? So we staying in a little hotel that's right beside my job. You know what I'm saying? Not a quarter of a mile walk. You know what I'm saying? So a nigga really just camping over there, driving to work and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So time go on and a nigga thugging in this bitch doing my thing. I got a whip now, you know what I'm talking about? So, and I already be up. If you know me, you know I be vamping with the J's. So like, nigga, I might be up 3, 4 o'clock in the morning on a Tuesday night. You feel me? That's just how I be rocking and shit. So this particular night, I got a little parlay set up, right? You know what I'm saying? I got this little white chick or whatever, and she stay in the white neighborhood, you know what I'm saying? Parents got money and shit on the white side of town or whatever. And you know, I done went and scooped out if I got off of work and I bring her back to the room. So we doing us. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing me and shit. And I fuck around after I done smashed or whatever. We fall asleep in the room. So this bitch tapped me out of nowhere. D, get up. I gotta go. I gotta go home, bro. It's 4 o'clock in the morning. It's almost 4. I gotta go home. My parents are gonna fucking kill me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, man, shit. So I get up, put my shorts on, put my jeans on, you know what I'm saying? Tell my partner I'll be back, and I leave to go take the bitch home. Now, like I told you, she stay on the white side in the white folks' neighborhood, you know, a little upscale and shit. And it's not even too far from the hotel, maybe like 2 miles or some shit like that. So as I'm pulling out, you know what I'm saying, I'm taking her, whatever, I turn to go into her neighborhood, and then I turn to get on her street. As I turn in the neighborhood and get on her street, I see 12 posted. You know what I'm saying? And I fucking never took my gun out the car into the room, so my shit is in the car with me right now. So I'm like, man, fuck. But I don't want to make her panic or get her to tripping or no shit like that. So I don't really say shit. I'm just like, damn. All right. So I got down. She pulled me on the little back street because, you know, like her folks wasn't with that dealing with black folks shit. So it ain't like I could just drop off at the front door. So I pulled on the street. She pulled me on like a little alley that lead behind they row of houses. And they all got little garages and driveways leading to the back street. That way they front yard is just a walkway in the front door. You know what I'm saying? So I pulled on the little back street or whatever. So to kill some time, I like, you know what I'm saying? Like, shit, I want to give me another little quick in, you know what I'm talking about? Like, you just done woke a nigga up. So I finesse that shit, take my pants off, you know what I'm saying? Let the seat back, crunch her in the front seat, throw my jeans in the back seat or whatever. Got on my basketball shorts. So I hit her, you know what I'm saying, trying to kill time because I passed the police when I turned into the neighborhood. So after I do all that, crunch her, she get out the car, go in the house and shit. Now I pull off, you know what I'm saying? So as I'm turning, come up out the neighborhood, I don't see the law. You know what I'm saying? So as I'm pulling up to the light, you can take a right and you can take, you know what I'm saying, go up the street and go back to the hotel room. And then you could take a left and that leads you down this long ass highway that could take you back towards my mama neighborhood, like where I'm from and shit. So goddamn, when I get to the light, out of nowhere, I look behind me, and this motherfucking 12. He ain't got the lights on or nothing. He just in my booty, just sitting back there. You know what I'm saying? Light red than a motherfucker. So my heart started thumping. So immediately I think like, nigga, I'm not finna take this nigga back to the room, cause if it go bad, I know I'm in a motherfucking, you know what I'm saying? Like I know the whip ain't official, and I got this rod on me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I'm finna go to the neighborhood. Cause I know worst come to worst, nigga, I can hop out and hit the bushes on their ass, and I can goddamn go in one side of the bushes and then come out on the whole nother side of the neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? That's how it is in my neighborhood and shit. So I I'm sitting at the light. So the light turned green. I'm like, yeah, put on my signal. I'm gonna bust this left. You know what I'm saying? So going down this bitch, nigga, it started to rain, but it ain't raining heavy. It's just a little light, little drizzle at the time. So nigga going down. And at this point in time, you know what I'm saying, the long road I was just telling you about that lead towards my neighborhood or whatever, it's like 2 turns away, but this road like a 5-mile stretch, you know what I'm saying? So goddamn, and if you from down here, you know Malbus, you know what road, you know what I'm saying, you know what road it is, but so a nigga turn, make the left, and I'm going. He let me get like a mile down the road, boom, blow me down, cut the lights on. Now, like I told you, I'm in a older model car, so I know I can't just stomp this hoe because I'm not finna beat no police car. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I know this shit. So I pull over. You know what I'm saying? Nigga heart thumping this shit like, man, what the fuck I'm finna do? You feel me? So I'm thinking. So goddamn, he pull out behind me. He come stepping out the car, fat as fuck. You know what I'm saying? He get out the car walking all wide body, got his flashlight and shit up. You know what I'm saying? So by the time the nigga make it to the back door on the driver's side coming up to the window, he don't even get no words out. Out of that bitch, you know what I'm saying? And at this time, mind you, they taking this shit cause this back in the gap. So they just now finna turn this shit from a 1-lane east side to a 2-lane east side. So it's orange cones going all down. They just now put this little bitty baby median in the middle, you know what I'm saying? Like a little concrete curb, like, you know, maybe not even probably not even a foot tall, you know what I'm saying? They just now putting this shit down, starting to separate it and spread it out because it's more traffic and shit. You know, traffic be so fucked up, so they spreading the lanes out. So goddamn, I hit the gas on his ass when he make it to the back door. Give me a head start. All right, I'm gone. I'm gone. So I see his fat ass in the rearview mirror. He turn around, he run back to the car and shit. Hop in. By the time he do all that, I got about a quarter-mile lead on his ass. You know what I'm saying? And I'm booking that bitch. When he cut the lights on and hit that hoe, but I swear I see the nigga just gaining. And I got the pedal to the metal. You know what I'm saying? So he coming up on the nigga. So we make it probably another mile down the road, and this nigga is right there, right behind me. So as I told you, it's like 4 in the morning. You know what I'm saying? I call that shit no man hour. You know what I'm saying? No, I call that shit bewitching hour. That's what I call it. From 3 in the morning to right before 5 in the morning is bewitching hour. You ain't got no reason to explain to the law why you on the road, you know what I'm saying, unless you traveling to go to a job and shit. But like 5 o'clock in the morning is when everybody start waking up and, you know, going to work and shit like that. So at this time, it's a scarce amount of cars on the road, but there's still a 1 lane each way, because they got the other lane blocked off with the orange cones and shit. So I'm booking it. We done made about 1.5 miles. This nigga done pulled right back behind me. So I'm coming up on the car. I'm going like 105. I come up on the car like it's a car coming in front of me. So I'm thinking, fuck it. I turn and go across the median in the oncoming traffic, but ain't really no cars coming. So I jump the median, boom, hit that bitch. I'm still going. I pass that car. Then I pass another car, and then I'll boom, jump back over in this lane. You know what I'm saying? So now I got 2 cars in front. You know, we got 2 cars in between us, and I'm still hitting that hoe. He got his sirens blazing and shit. But now I'm catching out on his ass because he don't jump the median. So he really just, the cars can't really move out the way for him. You know what I'm saying? They stuck. So I'm going. Nigga, my heart beating 100 miles a minute. You know what I'm saying? So goddamn, I'm coming up to the turn that take you on the street that lead to my neighborhood, you know what I'm saying? So coming up to the end of the stretch. Now I could keep going a little bit further and take a detour and go to the back way of the hood. It just will take me a little longer. So I got a decision to make. You know what I'm saying? Do I turn and go straight to the hood, or do I go the back way? So I'm gonna go the back way. Nah, fuck that, nigga. I'm finna get there. So I goddamn at the last second, I yoked that bitch, and you just hear, you know what I'm saying? So goddamn, I turn, I'm back at it. I punch that bitch again once I get the car back straight. Punch that hoe again. So now I'm going down the road that lead to my neighborhood. I'm doing 90, going down that bitch. I got the turn. I see the turn to my road coming up. It's probably like 200-300 yards away. I see one more set of headlights coming because the sun ain't came up yet. So in my mind, it's like, if this ain't 12, I'm straight. If this ain't 12, I'm straight. I'm straight. So as I get up to the turn, I even slow down for it, you know what I'm saying? So I slow down to make the turn, but I'm still zooming through. It's the motherfucking law. That bitch turn. As soon as he passed by me, I see when I pass, I'm like, fuck! So goddamn, make the turn, and I'm going down the straightaway. Now when I get to the hood, this street, when you first turn to my neighborhood, it's probably like 1 mile long itself, you know what I'm saying? Just going into the neighborhood or whatever like that. A straightaway though. It ain't no goddamn turns. It's just a straight shot. So I'm punching this bitch. When I make the turn, I got the pedal back to the metal. But like I told you, I'm in an older model car. So the nigga, the police, bust the U-turn, turn his sirens on, and come get my ass. I'm talking about before I make it all the way down the street, this nigga is right there in my booty. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, man, what the fuck? But I'm already knowing this bitch ain't doing it like that, but it's doing enough. So now I'm thinking. All right, so in my neighborhood, I know where the trail at because I'm from there. I've been there forever, you know what I'm saying? So I know where the trail at. I know the landmarkers in the hood. Like, nigga don't got to see the trail. I know where it's at. I know when you pass this pole right here, nigga, the trail finna be 5 steps up, directly across the street. You going straight into the bushes, you know what I'm saying? So, boom. So I'm already knowing. I see the pole coming up. Nigga, I start slowing down. He right behind me though, so it ain't no distance for him to make up. So goddamn, soon as goddamn I get past the little motherfucking trail, past the where I need to be at, I bounce up out that bitch. It seemed like me and the police though damn near pop at the same time, but I get him by a split second. So boom, I don't even put the car in park. So as I'm running in front of the car with the gun in my hand, the motherfucking car almost hit me. I gotta hit a little boom and spin over the hood straight into the bushes. When I hit the bushes, nigga, you know that adrenaline run when you ain't worried about nothing but going, you just boom, boom, gone. But for some reason, soon as I hit the trail and I'm in that bitch and I'm full speed running, my mind flashed to the movie Life. And I picture Claude and Ray when they trying to make their first jailbreak. So I'm immediately thinking like, these motherfuckers got them dogs with them. They finna let these motherfucking dogs go. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm tripping. So as I'm running, you get to a point in the trail where you just gotta veer right just a little bit to stay on the path. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, well, I know a nigga can't outrun these goddamn dogs. So I keep straight into the bush, the underbrush. So I go up in this bitch and I just dove and just burrow my way all the way up in the motherfucking bush and just lay there. And any of y'all, if you ever had that motherfucking adrenaline surge to where you push your body just the maximum, nigga, once you stop moving, you know all that fatigue set in. So nigga, I'm laying on the ground, nigga. I done collapsed in that bitch when I stopped moving, and I'm trying to breathe quietly and listen for the dog to see if I hear barking or if I hear a motherfucker coming in the trail. I'm looking for flashlight beams and all that shit. So I'm sitting up under that bitch. You know when you trying to breathe quiet, so I'm trying to in through my nose and nigga, I'm about to pass the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? So I'm sitting up in that bitch. I wait like a good 5 minutes. I don't hear a motherfucker in the trail. I don't hear no footsteps. Nothing. So now, all right, I'm finna get there. So I start trying to make my way up out the trail, make my way up out the little brush that I done buried myself into. Now I'm feeling it. Every sticker, bro, I'm feeling that shit. Just I'm trying to pull them up off me to where, you know what I'm saying, when one catch me, like, fuck, pull them hoes up off me, you know what I'm saying? So I get back to the trail. I hit it. I'm back running. So I got like another 200 yards before I make it to the other side of the trail. So I'm still hauling ass. When I make it to the edge of the trail, instead, you know, I don't just run out to the road, you know what I'm saying? Like, I stop at the end of the trail. My mama house is directly across from the trail. You know what I'm saying? So when I come up out the woods, my mama house sitting right there across from this motherfucker. But I go to thinking like, bro, it's 4 o'clock in the morning. If I bust up in my mama house and tell her I was running from the police, she the type that's gonna call them motherfuckers and tell them. You know what I'm saying? Like, she don't play none of that shit. She straight church going, no nonsense. You know what I'm saying? So that's out the question. So now I'm thinking like, man, fuck it. I'll go sit in the backyard until the goddamn sun come up. So as I'm going, get ready to cross the street, I see some headlights. So I jump back in the trail. Now I'm sitting up in that bitch. Watching. I'm watching. All right, as the car coming, it's coming. Oh shit, that ain't 12. Hey! Flag it down. I flag a nigga down. It's my partner Timmy. But you know what I'm saying? He way older than me, you know what I'm saying? He a J, he be vamping and shit. So I flag him down. I can't even talk. When he stopped, you know what I'm saying? Like, who that is? Oh, that's D, what up, bro? I don't even say nothing to him. I go to, you know what I'm saying? I'm pulling the door handle. He unlock the door. I get in the car and just... He like, bro, you straight? Bro, what happened to you, bro? You all right? I can't even talk, bro. I'm so tired. I can't breathe. I can't do nothing. I'm just... Come on, go. So he keep on going. So he take me off into the neighborhood and shit. We go to his house or whatever. By the time we get to his house, you know what I'm saying? He go in that bitch. He give me a cup of water. Nasty ass faucet water. Like, these niggas really live savage back here, but I can't complain at this time. You know what I'm saying? I'm worried about staying free. I still got the fire on me and everything. So goddamn, I'm sitting up in that bitch in the car. He bring me the water. Finally get myself together, you know what I'm saying, a little bit. And I make it in the house, you know what I'm saying? So I make it in the house, goddamn. I'm like, bro, you got a shower? You know what I'm saying? He like, yeah. So I take my shirt off, take my basketball shorts off, cut the shower on. I fall off up in that bitch. That bitch burn like a motherfucker. I'm talking about soon that water hit a nigga just, cause I'm covered in dirt and trees and, you know what I'm saying, whips and shit. And this shit hit the nigga, so that shit burning. So after I hop out the shower and shit, he got a little fat white chick that he was with at the time. She get the peroxide and some cotton swabs, you know what I'm saying, to doctor a nigga up. So I sit over there after I get myself all the way together. I tell him, hell yeah, boy, I just had to bounce out on their ass, ran from him. I don't tell him the whole situation that a nigga was riding in the motherfucking, you know what I'm saying, none of that shit. So he was like, oh, that was you? Man, when we turned in the hood, boy, it was like 8 police cars over there. That was your car? Cause they damn sure got that bitch on the tow truck. So I'm like, fuck that car. I don't tell them what it was or what, you know what I'm saying, what was wrong with the car. I just, fuck that car. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, dog, I gotta be to work at 7 o'clock. I need a ride, fam. So he like, man, bet, nigga, I got you. You know what I'm saying? You gonna be straight to make it? You gonna be good? I'm like, hell yeah, nigga, I gotta go to work. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm thinking. Gotta go to work. You feel me? Plus, the room right there by the job and shit. So I go to work, you know what I'm saying? And at the time I was working in the bakery part of the building I was in. I want to say it was Sam's Club or Walmart. It had to be Sam's. Probably, yeah. So I'm in the bakery part, and it ain't nothing but women that work in here. You know what I'm saying? Like a couple young women, the rest old women and shit. And I was the nigga that they sent to the freezer to go get the box of bread from off the top shelf, or you know what I'm saying? And when I had to go see people, like if a lady want to get happy birthday Jennifer, that what you want on you? I have to write it down. Happy birthday Jennifer with 2 N's. And go take it to the lady that do the goddamn drawing on the cake. So that's all the contact I had with people. But the whole day I'm scared that the police, cause they come in this bitch on the regular just on some shopping shit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm spooked the whole motherfucking day. You know what I'm talking about? So cause I got whips all over my arm. My shit goddamn puffed up and swole. I got a cut on my face, you know what I'm saying? Where I got scratch going through the woods. Like, nigga, I'm scratched all up. Like, you can see that something happened. You know what I'm saying? But I tell the ladies at work, you feel me? One of my little chicks, we got into it. She scratched me up and shit like that or whatever. I don't know if they believe me or not. I ain't give a damn. But the day go on and a nigga survive work with no incident. I don't see the police or nothing at work. So, like I told you, the hotel we were staying at is not even a half a block away from where I worked at. So after I get off, not finna walk, you know what I'm saying? Cause I'm too spooked for that. I get one of the chicks that I was shoo-shooing with, you know what I'm saying, at work or whatever. You know how that work shit go. I get her to come drop me off right fast. What happened to your car? Crazy shit. You know what I'm saying? Drop me off. Hey, I got you. So, boom. We go down there. She pull up in there. As we pulling into the hotel, I see 12. So as we turning in, they turning out. You know what I'm saying? So, of course, I don't want to spook her and go to acting brazen and shit, so I just lift up the latch and lift the seat back. What you hired from the police for? Damn, my business. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm on, you feel me? So we pull up in there, sit out there for a second, act like it's all good and shit. But really, I'm like, bro, I need to get up to this room. But I sit out there with her for a second and whatever, man, I appreciate the ride, shit like that. You know what I'm saying? All good. Hell yeah, you don't know how much it means to me. You know what I'm saying? She like, yeah, well, I don't know what you up into. What happened to your arm? Long story. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to see you tomorrow, though. So I hop out the car, you know what I'm saying, as she backing out. And I think like, all right, I ain't going up the front entrance. I'm gonna go up the sideway by the steps. You know what I'm saying? So I go, we on the 4th floor, so 4 flights all the way to the top. You know what I'm saying? It just, something told me I didn't want to go through the main entrance. You feel me? Like, so I go up to the steps, go all the way up to the top floor, peek out the little door. I don't see shit. So boom. So I go to the room, knock on the door. My partner let me in. Like, bro. And he automatically see my face cut up. He see my arms and shit. He like, bro, you must got God with you, dog. Nigga, the police just left this bitch. And I'm like, bro, I seen that we passed the motherfuckers pulling out when he come in. He like, nah, nigga. I don't see how you didn't pass them niggas on the way down while you was coming up. Like, nigga, it was an officer here and it was a detective here without no plain clothes. You think I'm lying, nigga? Hit a car right here, he left. So I'm like, No. Hell yeah. So that's what. So I come up the steps. That was just instinct. You know what I'm saying? Nigga had just walked out the room, got on the elevator, and went back down. When I came up the goddamn steps and shit. So I get in the room. You know, I ran him the story and shit. Let him know. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck was going on? So he like, dog. They said the motherfucking. They said somebody ran him in the car and the motherfucking, but the room is in his grandmama name, you know what I'm saying? But he know the lady down there, I guess she a friend of the family, so the room in his grandmama name. So goddamn, that's how come it didn't lead back to a nigga name. But they say, nigga, they found a pair of jeans in the back of the car that had a key to this hotel. And when they brought the key to the hotel, nigga, it hit on this room, said it was the key to this room. So that's why they came up here. And I'm like, man, what the fuck? But then I think back like, damn, flashback. Did smash old girl, did throw the goddamn pants in the back with the key in them, you know what I'm saying? Like, fuck. So, boom, he like, but nigga, I was with my folks last night, so I called my grandmom and them telling like, nigga, I ain't had no car, they came and got me and shit. So, you know what I'm saying? So, that's how he was in the clip. So, I'm like, man, this shit here is retarded. So, they ain't get no name. They ain't get no motherfucking, they ain't say nothing about a nigga. Bet, you know what I'm saying? Bet. Moral of the story is no gun charge, no receiving charge, no stolen car charge. You hear me? One for me, none for them. You did what I'm saying? I told you I was 4-2 against them motherfuckers, and that was the first one ever. You know what I'm saying? That was my first time ever running them hoes. I wasn't experienced on nothing. I was running off raw instinct, nigga. No, I don't want to go to jail with no gun. No, this motherfucking whip ain't official. So, nigga, you better think on your toes. And a nigga did that shit. You know what I'm saying? Nigga did that shit. So, nigga, if y'all niggas riding dirty, make them motherfuckers do their job, nigga, on Westside Brim Gang. For real.
God, keep me out the way of these niggas. Caught my pistol, told my granny for to pray for a nigga. You can't call that boy your brother cause you ate with a nigga. When you start to get some money, see the hate in the nigga.